She married him in front of everyone, but that night, he gave her rules instead of love. The wedding was quiet, but it was not empty. His family was there, watching closely, waiting. They were the reason this marriage happened in the first place. They wanted him to settle down, to protect the family name, to look like a complete man in the public eye. And today, they were finally satisfied, at least on the surface. Dr. Park Ji-hwan stood at the altar, calm and expressionless. He greeted guests politely when necessary, but his eyes never stayed on anyone for long. Not even on his bride. Seo Yoon-ah stood beside him in her wedding dress, holding her hands tightly. She could feel the weight of every gaze in the room. Some were curious, some were confused, some were judging. She heard the whispers. She looks so simple. Is she really his wife? She lowered her eyes, pretending not to hear. She told herself one thing over and over again. Just once. If he looks at me just once, it will be enough. But he never did. Not when they exchanged vows. Not when the rings were placed. Not even when the ceremony ended. His voice was calm when he spoke. There was no emotion in it. It sounded like a man completing a responsibility, not a man starting a life with someone. And standing right behind him, his family watched with quiet approval. To them, this was success. The image was complete. That night, the house felt too big and too silent. Seo Yoon-ah stood near the entrance, unsure of where she was allowed to go. She still had part of her wedding dress on, as if removing it would make everything feel too real. Then he walked in. Dr. Park Ji-hwan looked at her briefly, his expression unchanged. His voice was calm, controlled, and distant. He told her not to enter his room. He told her not to call him her husband in public. He told her not to smile at him. Then he added one more thing. In public, they were not husband and wife. They were strangers. The words settled heavily in the room. She did not fully understand why he said them, but she understood one thing clearly. This marriage had limits, and she was already outside of them. She nodded quietly and said yes. The next morning, she woke up early. She went into the kitchen and tried to prepare something simple. She wanted to do something right, something that felt like a beginning. But when he walked in, he did not even glance at the table. He adjusted his watch, picked up his keys, and told her to come with him. When they arrived at the hospital, everything felt overwhelming. The lights were bright, the halls were busy, and no one noticed her. She stood there, unsure of where to stand or what to do. Without explaining anything, he handed her a uniform, a cleaner's uniform. He told her to wear it. That was all. A few minutes later, Seo Yoon-ah stood in the hallway wearing clothes that did not fit her properly. She held a mop tightly, trying to focus, trying not to make mistakes.